yoga is an inner sacrifice. It is an inner yagya. It implies surrender, offering, sacrifice, letting go, turning within, all these things that are part of the law of yagya. And it is the way in which we evolve and transform. Law of yagya is very simple. By giving, we gain. By taking, we lose. It's the opposite of capitalism, you might say. Or it's the opposite of consumerism. In consumerism, the consumer is ultimately the consumed. It is not you as the consumer who are simply gaining things. In the end, you yourself are the offering. You yourself are the substance that is consumed. So the inner sacrifice is the foundation of yoga. We can find this throughout the Vedic text. In the very beginning, the first sutta of the Rig Veda that speaks of Agni. It is the Antaryaga, Bahiryaga, both. The Antar is also called Adhyatma. Adhyatma, relative to the self or relative to the inner being. And the outer sacrifice is said to be Adibhuta, relating to the elements, relating to the material forms. So actually the origin of yoga is in the inner sacrifice of the Vedas, and the vehicle for the yagya is the mantra. We discussed last night how mantra is pranava, or primordial sound, which is the primal nada or sound vibration behind consciousness, reverberating through the space of awareness, not just simply a sound that is heard by the ears or words that are made by the mouth. Mantra has a twofold action. Actually, the action of mantra is called karma. Karma. The outer action of the mantra, the karma yoga, is the ritual or the outer sacrifice. If you look in India at books that speak of karma yoga, they're mainly books about ritual. In America and the West, we emphasize karma as seva. Seva is one aspect of karma. But even seva should be done with bhakti and as a ritual. It's interesting to note that even the asana arose out of ritual. It was meant to be a sacred action, a kind of inner ritual with the use not only of the asana but also the use of mudras, so that the mantra embodies itself in sacred action, and ritual as sacred action is not just simply a ceremony. It's not just simply some mechanical action that you do for the sake of tradition. That's why we in the West, we don't like these ceremonies and rituals. We've forgotten the inner connection with them. So all of our action should be sacred. That is yagya, and that is karma yoga. It becomes sacred when it is action done with the awareness of the sacred and the recognition that everything in the universe is sacred. We offer sacred wood into the sacred fire, but all wood is sacred and all fires are sacred. We make up a special way of sanctifying the fire with mantra, and in certain ways is a specialized ritual done in various ways, but it's a manifestation of the sacred nature of reality. The law of yagya is also, we live in a sacred universe, and by sacred we mean that there is a divine unity to everything in the universe, and that everything is ultimately, as we were discussing last night, immortal and unknown to the mind, beyond speech and mind.